Alright, welcome to the channel Cobalt Black Gaming. Welcome back if you're already a subscriber. Today we're going to be taking a look at Ovis loot. I'm your host Cobalt. Let's get it. Alright, so I will be continuing, as always, with games on my channel. I've played a little bit just to kind of get a feel for it. 2 challenges, not that many, so, you know. And don't worry, I'm not a pro yet, nor will I ever be, so it's fine. You will still be seeing what probably most of you, just as a complete novice, will be able to do. So this game reached early access last week, and so far I've been having a blast with it. It's just very fun. It is very Dead Cells-esque, with fast-paced melee combat, as well as some Metroidvania elements. I almost wouldn't even call this that much of a Metroidvania because there isn't really an emphasis on the exploration or like platforming puzzles or anything. It is 90% combat, I would say, which I'm actually all for. I have never been a huge explore around in a 2D platforming environment kind of person. It just never really spoke to me. Even though, you know, I recognize that it is probably one of the most popular game archetypes in the world. And for good reason, right? I mean, Castlevania and Metroid did a lot for gaming in general. I'm gonna stop getting getting completely dropped by this wolf, because, see, lost 20 health in the first area. We're doing great, guys. This is gonna go so far. Nah, this game actually is very good at giving you health back, so I'm not too worried. Let's see what skill we get. Okay, flipping thrust, flame rush, or we can modify X Crusher. I think we're gonna go for a bit of a burn build right now. I just feel like that would be fun. And isn't that what gaming's about? It's about having way too much fun and then forgetting what time it is and not going to work. Don't worry about that. That's just me. Oh, there were things in the way. Okay. Can you guys imagine how different this channel would be if I was actually good at video gaming? It'd be crazy. Oh, this guy's just shooting at me. I don't like you, man. I will be able to take out your friend a lot quicker. There we go. And that's where I wanted you, was down here with everybody else. I feel like those dudes have way too much health, because, like, he didn't seem to have a melee or anything to quickly react with, so I just kind of juggled him right there, but I also wasn't able to take him out quickly. I mean, I guess in, like, a hectic combat situation, i.e. what was happening earlier, that would be kind of rough. Man, okay, I'm gonna try it. Last time I went for one of these, I died horribly. I kind of didn't want to do that this quickly into the run, but we'll see. Attack speed plus 3% when using skills. Okay, I'll take it. Wolf Enhancement Experiment with Manium number 144. When the use of Manium exceeds standard doses, physical enhancement reaches target levels. But the resulting cognitive decline outweighs the level of physical enhancement. More experiments are needed to obtain reliable samples. So, if you don't know anything about this game has a kind of wolf versus sheep storyline going on. That is one thing, right? This game is comparable to Dead Cells, however, this game is much more story-driven, which isn't saying much, right? Like, it's not that story-driven, guys, but, you know, in the world of roguelites, it is, right? Most of them don't have a story, or their story doesn't matter. Whoa, okay. I will take secret areas, because we need as much loot as possible. There's scavenger's log here. Note. The desertification has begun spreading all around meteorite's impact point. Go to the next area to confirm the desertification process. It seems that we are in this kind of post-apocalyptic world where there used to be sheep, or there might still be some sheep, but not many. It's kind of an issue. A lot of the sheep you find, evidence of them, they're dead. Or they're dying. I've been cursed out by a couple. It wasn't great. Blamed for, you know, lots of problems going on. You are actually... You're a sheep robot? Or you're a robot in sheep's clothing? Oh, wait, I get it. Guys, I get it now. Oh, that took a minute. Man. Yeah, you're a robot in sheep's clothing. And so... But you seem to be kind of on the side of the sheep, it seems like, because you just go around molly-whopping wolves. I mean, that is job number one for me at this point. Okay. I would like them all on one plane, please, so that I can hit them all at once. That's really all I've been trying to do. You've been making that very difficult for me, sir. Alright, there we go. Never quite recovered my health fully, but that's okay. Yeah, so it's this kind of wolf versus sheep thing. It seems the wolves are kind of like the ruling class. They've been doing experiments, and it all centers around a substance called blue P. Blue P is your in-run progression currency, as well as, yeah, kind of the crux of the story. Okay, that's interesting. Increase attack, decreases max energy when equipped, dash attack, attack one more time. Yeah, I guess we'll go with that. So yeah, blue P seems to be... I don't know, if you're familiar with Dune, I would equate blue P to spice, almost. That's kind of the feeling I get from it. Find an abandoned mine site, and you can hear faint digging sounds in the distance. Enter. You must be a sheep, right? This is where manium is mined. You look like you're in a lot of danger right now. You're weaker than a wolf. You need this protective clothing. Oh, cool. Thanks, man. It'll be safer if you wear it. Recovers all HP, and then max HP plus 5. I'll take it. We're doomed. Okay. Yeah, so it also kind of seems like people and things are in pretty dire straits with a lot of it. Do I want this? I kind of want this. We're going to take this, and we're going to get rid of X-Crusher. We're going to flame it up. We're really just going to burn everything to the ground. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what I've been able to gather about the story. Again, if you've been to the channel before, you know half the time I just don't even read, so that's kind of why that's all I've been able to gather about a story. Find a wolf that collapsed and is no longer breathing. Its front legs are abnormally swollen, making it look like a monster. There are claw marks and erratic scratches on the nearby ground. Its body is deformed, and it seems to have had a mental breakdown. Okay, cool. Data. I'll take data. And I would be happy about this health if I hadn't just recovered all my health. Is there something up here? Okay. Jeez, we're getting a... So these rupee-looking things are your meta progression currency. So right now I'm trying to get quite a few of those. I need 25 to get the thing I kind of want, and I need 60 to get the thing I really want. So we'll see how many we can get this run. And, you know, as with any roguelite, might take a couple runs. Oh, that is awesome. Okay, I hadn't used that yet. That's sick. It's like a Getsuga Tensho from Bleach, but with fire, which I will take all the time, every time. I absolutely love Bleach. OG and 1000 Year Blood War, I mean all of it. Okay, I need to not be in the center of things. That is one thing I've noticed. I will get myself into situations where there's so much going on that I don't see these, like, some of these attacks are highly telegraphed, and, like, you shouldn't be getting hit by them. But there's so much going on the screen that I will just kind of get lost in the mess and end up getting hit by something I should have been able to dodge. You know, or a better player than me would have been able to dodge. Alright, let's see. You come across a group of ragged scavengers in an abandoned intersection. Their eyes show eagerness to trade. Hey friend, got anything good? Want to trade with us? Okay. Purchase the manium. But I lose a lot of blue P. Remove protective clothing. I don't... So that's actually really my question. So... Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, so I'm only really gaining +5 max HP. You know what, we're gonna go with the manium right now. And then... yeah, I guess we can sell protective clothing. Okay, we're gonna leave. So I think my health went down by 5, but that, I think, is the only effect that really happened there. I need this guy to go away. I also need to figure out how to get... Not figure out how to get... I know how to get more energy, but I need to find the mods necessary for it. Because both of these abilities seem quite good. Lighting things on fire has been... I don't know, I'd go as far to say is extremely helpful. And I would like to do it more. Become an arsonist in this game. I'm okay with this. Ow. Alright. Or I just need to get really high impact and just keep them stunned. Yeah, so far this game has been really, really fun. I would highly recommend it, and I am not usually a Metroidvania-ish person. I say ish because, again, this... I feel like a lot of, like, a big cornerstone of Metroidvanias is, you know, kind of a larger 2D world with explorables and things like that. This so far seems fairly linear. There are some secrets, as you saw me get earlier, right? Like, I just kind of ran through the wall and stuff like that. But, you know, I feel like if I want to call something a Metroidvania, it's like those secrets lead to other areas and things. They're very important to get for progression. This, it's like, oh, you found a hole in the wall, you get some extra blue P, and you can leave. Alright, all impact +1, the 5th direct hit is guaranteed to be a crit, plus 3% for every remaining energy. I feel like I don't keep a lot of remaining energy around because I'm usually trying to just burn my skills to burn my enemies. Doesn't matter. I highly recommend it, especially because it's... I think it's only like 16 bucks. I think is a fair price for this so far. It is only in early access, so there's, you know, bound to be more things released and possibly a lot of changes. So I can't really speak to that. However, I can speak to how I feel about it right now, and how I feel about it right now is pretty dang good, guys. He said as he starts getting juggled by these wolves. Jesus. I should not have taken all the damage I took there. Yeah, so I don't know how to actually get through that area without it becoming a massive problem for my life. And the only thing I see at the end of it is health. Oh, I guess there's maybe some manium. Yeah, I don't think it's worth risking a lot of my health for health, right? I don't know. The whole reason I'd be trying to get that health is because I'm low on it. Okay, I want to keep these guys from attacking me as long as I can. There we go. We are not doing great health-wise here. That's okay, though. That is okay. I kind of want to try the other things, but I'd rather just modify this and keep getting it stronger. Skills inflict weak on hit. Alright, that's pretty dope. Grants attack speed 1% when using skill, lasts 4 seconds. 1% feels a little low. Unleash combined assault of flames and electricity. Forward inflicts complete burn on enemies. What is the difference? Complete burn increases electricity by 1.5 times and converts it to burn. Interesting. Okay. Shoots flames forward 3 times, inflicting burn +2 each time. We're gonna go with that. So the way skills work in this game is actually really cool. So this is on my flame wave skill, right? If you notice, there's red and there's yellow. Yellow adds a combo, so it adds, I press the button, the same button for the skill, an additional time, and I will do whatever it describes here. So this is another kind of assault that would do burn and electricity. This one is going to be flames that are going to shoot forward. Red is a passive that just simply adds something to the skill. So skills inflict weak on hit, reduces attack by 25%, consumed upon hit. So that would make my enemies weaker. But we're going to go with this one because I like the combos. They're kind of cool. And that one seems especially cool. So you'll notice I will often just not attack the first few enemies and run by them. And it's because this game has a lot of AoE, or at least I have a lot of AoE in this game. And I would rather group up all my enemies so I can take them all out at once. I feel like this game caters to that really well. And I want to use that to my advantage. Especially because the enemies kind of mob you, right? And if you let that happen, there ends up being too much going on screen, and you've seen me and my dumbass, and I end up dying. So let's not have that today. Yeah, like this situation right here is what I try to avoid by not attacking anybody until they all kind of come for me. Like that. And now they're all on this plane. All right. Perfect. I have yet to identify what some of these buffs you end up getting are. And I'm kind of okay with that. On hitting the last basic attack, gain crit rate plus 12% booster for 5 seconds. Equipping this reduces impact. Instead, gain shield when using a skill. Reduces before HP when hit, and decreases over time. That seems really, really good. However, impact -2, I think impact is what is getting me kind of these stun locks I can have on enemies. So that actually might just end up with me getting much more hit. Actually, hold on. Can I see what I have? What is my impact? Impact is at 3. Decreases, okay, increases damage of each hit by listed value, effective for multi-hit. Interesting. Increases total damage by the given value. Interesting. Okay, so my damage will go way down, but you know what? Yeah, we're gonna go with this. And I'm gonna remember to not equip it over something that I was already using. All right, so we're at the first boss. We'll see what I can do with this. We'll see if I can actually do anything useful here, or if I'm just gonna, you know, die horribly and quickly. I'm sorry, what? Oh, boy. You. Do you really think you know who you are? Have you never wondered why you're doing all this? What are you fighting for? I don't know who I am. Why am I here? Everything is blurry and uncertain. What I know for sure is we're not sheep. A sheep that kills wolves? Doesn't that seem strange? Killed wolves out of instinct. It's not strange. Even if you think so, you're not a sheep. It's time to think about who you really are. Fool. Yeah, because we're actually a little robot. Give me more manium. Doctor, I have become more have I become more powerful? Yeah, he's a subject of an experiment with wolves and manium, and I don't think it went well. Okay. Let's see if I can beat this boss. Alright, forgive me if there is very little commentary over the next couple minutes, as I'm gonna have to lock in. Ow. Okay. Alright, also not cool, but I'm not gonna get hit by the crap falling from the ceiling, that's for sure. Alright. Ah, I rolled too early. I was anticipating that, and that was the problem there. Okay. Ooh, ooh, bad. Okay, he's gonna do that. So those where it has the exclamation mark over him, that means it's an undodgeable attack. Obviously, I've been dodging it, but it's just because it's not a dodge, I've just been not in the area, right? So those attacks cannot be iframe dodged. You can just get out the way, but you cannot, like, roll through that and expect your roll to actually do anything for you there. Alright, this is why I wanted fire. Because I think it's gonna help me with the ability to continue keeping up damage on him. Although I would really like to get a, like, stun. Or something. Or not get hit. It's mostly the latter. Not getting hit would be amazing. But I'd have to be a better gamer for that. Get away from him. Nope. Oh, that was so much damage. It wasn't more than normal, it's just I just need to not be taking any. Okay. You do that, that's cool. Alright, they fall, that's cool. Oh! I should have dodged through him. I should have dodged through him, not away from him. Oh, rough. But we did unlock a new module, and we unlocked a new passive skill. There's a lot of impact increases, which I think that'll be pretty awesome. Okay, so, much like in Dead Cells, you get dropped off at the landfill instead of the sewers this time. Same place, we go through here, and it is our little hub. So this is... well, It's explaining it right now. This device can strengthen the body. The words Omega Project are written on it. It has various functions that can enhance physical capabilities. Unlock it with manium crystals. So I can spend the manium crystals I was gaining to increase my power. Right? So I would do that right now. However, replace weapon is what I've been waiting for. So I can unlock a flame sword, and it is plus 20% crit chance when attacking enemies in the burn state, is what it has. So that would have been really good for my last run. I didn't have it, but hey. Deals 2 times damage instead of 1.5 times when triggering a crit. Alright, so that weapon's all about big hits and critting. We come over here, we have the Electro Rapier, and this is what I really want. There's a 25% chance to reset the cooldown of skills when using this. So this seems like what you do is you pick this up, you attack really fast, and then you just keep using your skills over and over again. There's the Charging Hammer, which I will probably never play with because I hate big, slow weapons like that. For every energy of skill consumed, the skill's damage is amplified by 7%. However, that seems pretty good. And then there is the Burst Blade. Basic attack grants mag 1, and using a skill grants mag 2. I don't know what that means. However, that looks like a revolver kind of icon there, so I'm guessing this is a gun blade, effectively. That's kind of what I'm saving up my manium crystals for, as opposed to the regular meta progression, because I would like to have a different weapon. This here is basically your compendium for all of that data that you're collecting, so I imagine this is kind of how the story is told if you want to explore it more. Yeah, it kind of explains where you've been and what things are. So that's kind of interesting. Then you have your little robot dude here. So he's a little custodian. And that is pretty much your hub. Also, you can pick a module to start with. So you can kind of go in with something and see if that will be useful for you. And then you come over here and you start your next run. That is going to be all for today, though. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the content, a like and a subscribe would be very much appreciated. I'm trying to grow the channel right now, so every little bit helps. I'll see you all tomorrow with another video. Peace out.